Hello and welcome back to the Emotionless podcast. My name is Logan. As always, I will be your host. So this is part 5 in a multi-part series called Title 9. Talking about my experience with a Title 9 situation that was improperly and inappropriately and unprofessionally handled. I just again want to reiterate that I have nothing against the Title 9 system. I just hate when it's used inappropriately and unprofessionally. And I think it is a great tool when used professionally. So please don't be afraid because of this story to use it. So this one is called November. So in the end of my last one, we talked about how we made up from a 2-week long fight. And, we were talking about trauma with each other and blah, 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 blah. So, November. November was actually relatively calm. There was one rather large problem, which was Harry's girlfriend, sorry, I thought I saw something. Harry's girlfriend, God, what was her name? 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 Oh, Kelsey. That was her name. Kelsey. So Kelsey, I want to start by saying I am good friends with Kelsey now. Well, I don't know if good friends is the right term. Friends. I don't talk to her very often, but I think that's because I left Beacon College. And Kelsey is actually a relatively sweet person, although at the time I didn't think she was. And that's because Claire was pumping false misinformation into my head about Kelsey. Making me think, because Claire's my best friend, so I'm going to go with whatever Claire says. I'm going to agree with whatever Claire says. I'm going to follow whatever Claire says. When in reality, Kelsey wasn't really all that bad of a person, as much as she just wanted to be in a relationship with somebody, and she really liked Harry. And they were in a relationship for, I want to say, a couple months at least. I'm gonna leave that in. Um, oh, yeah, Harry and Kelsey were in a relationship for a hot minute. But I remember, well, actually, I didn't really have a problem with Kelsey until 2020. This is still November 2019. And that was really just because Kelsey wouldn't let Harry hang out with me without her. And she didn't have tickets to Disney, and I wanted to go to Disney with Harry because Harry had an annual pass and I had an annual pass. Yeah. Anyway, so November was pretty chill. Not really all that much happened. Thanksgiving break happened, which was the only normal Thanksgiving break I ever had in college. But that was really the extent of what happened in November. It was pretty calm. I think that Kelsey inadvertently caused a lot of drama in our friend group, and that's because Claire was making up things that were not true. About Kelsey to get everyone to hate Kelsey because Harry was waiting hand over foot for Claire because Harry had a crush on Claire and Claire did not reciprocate those feelings, which is okay. It's fine to not like someone. It's just not fine to use the fact that they like them to your advantage. But at the same time, I can't really blame her. Everyone really hung around Claire because Claire had a car, and Claire was like the only one in our relative friend group that had a car. It was a red Mustang. I'll never forget it. I think at one point she named it Pennywise, which I thought was so funny. And that was one thing I always loved about Claire. She's so quirky and so silly, and it's just such goofy stuff, like, it always made me laugh, how, like, quirky everything was with Claire. And I don't know, I just really liked it. I thought it was always funny. And then the end of November rolls around, and me and Claire get in another small argument, because I don't remember who, but somebody had told Claire that I didn't really like or care about her, and that I was only friends with her because she had a car. And I don't even know how many times I told Claire this. Yes, the car is a wonderful perk, and I do love using it. But that's not why I'm friends with you. If that was why I was friends with you, I would tell you that's why I was friends with you. I have people who have only been friends with because they have a car. But that's not why I'm friends with her. I was friends with her because I liked her personality. She made me laugh, and I made her laugh, and we'd go on dumb late night drives together and blast random songs and just have a good night, and I always enjoyed doing that. I always thought it was fun. But yeah, so we get in this big fight. We don't talk to each other for like 24 hours or something. We just cool down. We talk to each other the next day. We hug it out, and literally, Kelsey goes, "God damn it, you two are literally like a married old couple, except he's gay as fuck and you hate him." And it's honestly true. We sometimes really act like a married old couple. And I kind of always think it's funny. Because it's insane how silly crap is and how much it just doesn't matter sometimes, I always thought that was funny. That's really all there is to this story. This one's a much shorter episode than the rest of them because there's just not that much to tell you, Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And we will talk more later. Thank you. Bye-bye.